camping out there.
Well, these things take a little time, Dennis, but you just go on back home, tell them Senator Philbin said you did a very fine job here.
Well, just how do you go about a thing like this, Senator? I'm curious.
Well, any bill having to do with national forests, Mr. Wilson, has to go through Senator McDermott of the Interior Committee.
McDermott?
Yes, a very powerful committee, and I will mention it to McDermott. Don't worry. First chance I get.
Today, perhaps? Tomorrow?
Well, I will be out of town tomorrow. It may be a couple of weeks, but you will be hearing from me as soon as I have any news. Good day.
How do you like that? Brushed off like a piece of lint.
Gee, it sure looks like it's going to take a long time to get our national forest, doesn't it?
If we leave it up to that big windbag, we'll never get it.
What are we going to do? All the kids are depending on me. And the mayor, too.
We are going to get some action. That's what we're going to do. Now is the time to use some of the important contacts I have here.
It's lucky you know all those big people. Who are you going to talk to?
A very dear friend of mine, Dennis, and one of the most influential men on Capitol Hill, Senator Humphrey L. Buford, chairman of the Monetary Disbursement Committee.
Boy, he sure sounds important.
He'll get our bill through McDermott's office just like that. Now, I'm going to put you in a taxi cab, send you back to the hotel, and I am off to see Senator Buford.
Yes, sir?
Oh, John Wilson, to see Senator Buford.
Senator Wooford?
Buford. You do know the name of the chairman of the committee that employs you.
Oh, sure, but it's not old Humpty Buford, mister. No. A funny thing happened to him on the way to the polls.
He was defeated.
7 years ago.
Oh, good heavens. Oh, this is very distressing. I need help badly on some legislature that I'm trying. Do you know Judge Kingston? Is he still around?
Oh, sure. He's a very big man. You know him?
Do I know him? Why, Harvey Kingston and I fought all through the war together, side by side.
Really?
Oh, yes. Yes, we had adjoining desks at the Pentagon. Oh, good old Harv. He'll flip when I walk in on him.
What's his name, Mabel? John Wilson? Says he's an old friend of mine? Oh, all right. Send him in.
Harvey. By George, it's good to see you.
How are you, Wilson?
Fine, just fine. Say, you look wonderful. You haven't changed a bit.
It's been a long time.
1944. I bet the old Pentagon hasn't been the same since we left.
Probably not. Well, it's nice to see an old buddy again. What can I do for you, Don?
John.
John, of course.
Well, I just came by to kind of kick around old times, sort of reminisce.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, there is one small favor I need, and I know you can do it for me just like that. And my good friend, Judge Kingston, said your department would handle the matter for me.
Judge Kingston is a nut. We got nothing to do with getting a bill like that passed. What you got to do is go down to the Public Lands Office.
Oh, thank you.
No, the place to go with that is the Fish and Game Commission.
No, the place to go with that is the Bureau of Conservation.
No, the place to go with that is the Monetary Disbursement Committee. But that's where I started.
Oh, I give up.
Well, I'm not sure whether our bill will be passed or not, but I have a great new angle for the story. A small boy's impressions of Washington. You don't want a small boy's impression of Washington. Well, I know I promised you a story on how a child could influence Congress, but you see, You what? Pay my own expenses? Mr. Winfield, do you realize how much it costs to... Goodbye.
That sounds like trouble, Mr. Wilson. What's the matter?
Everything's the matter. If that National Forest bill doesn't go through, the magazine won't buy my story. Not only that, I'll be stuck with all my expenses, including that 80-cent piece of cake you're eating.
Well, I'm not worried, Mr. Wilson. Not with all those important contacts you've got in the government.